PTC Creo Layout now supports the concept of a structured hierarchy of layouts, much like an assembly of layout files. A layout that is added to another layout is called a sublayout. One of the ways you can create a sublayout is to convert an existing structure node to a sublayout. The geometry associated with the node is now part of the sublayout. One of the main uses for this technology is concurrent design. It is now possible to split a design up into multiple sublayouts that can be worked on independently. This sublayout may be opened in its own window and modified independently of the top-level layout. In this case, I'll be making some changes to the geometry while I have this sublayout open in its own window. When I'm finished working on the sublayout and return to the window with the top-level layout, I can see that the modifications made to the sublayout are reflected here in the top level. Another use for this sublayout technology is to have multiple dependent copies of the same object. Here, I'm adding a sublayout stored on disk into my top-level layout. The added sublayout comes in at a default location, and I can position it wherever I want. It is possible to have more than one occurrence of the same sublayout in the top level. Here, I will create another occurrence and position that in a different location. Much like working in an assembly, you can also activate any of the sublayouts and make changes to them in the context of the top level. Any changes you make to that sublayout are immediately reflected in all the other occurrences. Sublayouts may also be embedded in the top-level layout. Embedded sublayouts are treated exactly the same as regular sublayouts, with the exception that there is no separate file stored to disk. You can also easily convert any sublayout between embedded and extracted at any time.